राइट. सो आपका जो लेबर वेरिएंस है, ओके, ये भी इट इज ऑल्सो सेटअप लाइक योर मटेरियल वेरिएंसेस. ओके, तो मटेरियल वेरिएंस में हम क्या बोलते हैं उनको, उसको मटेरियल कॉस्ट वेरिएंस बोलते हैं, राइट, टॉप वन. सो यहाँ पे हम उसको लेबर कॉस्ट वेरिएंस बोलेंगे. देयर वी कॉल यूज्ड टू कॉल इट एमसीवी, हियर इट विल बी एलसीवी. ठीक है. सो लेबर कॉस्ट वेरिएंस कैसे डिफाइंड है, जैसे हम मटेरियल कॉस्ट वेरिएंस डिफाइन करते थे, सेम लाइक दैट. ओके, इट्स आल्सो कॉल्ड डायरेक्ट वेज वेरिएंस. ओके, labor cost variance is also called as direct wage variance. So difference between actual direct wages incurred and standard direct wages specified. Okay, जैसे मटेरियल को डिफाइन करते थे, it's the same way. Okay, so almost I mean सिर्फ आपका मटेरियल के जगह लेबर आ जा रहा है. That is the only thing. Other than that, it's almost the same logic. Okay, now वहां पे आफ्टर मटेरियल कॉस्ट वेरिएंस उसके सब पार्ट्स क्या होते थे, मटेरियल प्राइस वेरिएंस एंड मटेरियल यूसेज वेरिएंस. ठीक है. हियर आल्सो इट इज द सेम, जस्ट द नेम इज चेंज्ड लिटिल बिट. वी कॉल इट लेबर रेट वेरिएंस. वी से प्राइस फॉर मटेरियल, राइट. जब किसी को हमको पैसे देना है तो क्या रेट है पूछेंगे ना, क्या प्राइस है नहीं पूछते, राइट. वी डोंट कॉल इट प्राइस. प्राइस इज ओनली यूज्ड फॉर मटेरियल्स एंड okay, goods, that kind of thing. So but to be consistent with that, here we are talking about human beings who are working, right. So we won't call it price, we are calling it rate. बस उतना ही और कुछ. ठीक है. डायरेक्ट लेबर रेट वेरिएंस और वेज रेट वेरिएंस. ठीक है. So this is same as your price variance. It operates like your price variance. जैसे ऑपरेट करता था वैसे ही ये करेगा. Okay, इसमें you will have standard rate minus actual rate. ठीक है. वहां पे जो हम स्टैंडर्ड प्राइस माइनस एक्चुअल प्राइस करते थे, सेम थिंग, स्टैंडर्ड रेट माइनस एक्चुअल रेट. देयर वी यूज्ड टू यूज एक्चुअल क्वांटिटी, राइट, क्वांटिटी ऑफ मटेरियल. हियर वी आर कंसर्न्ड विद द एक्चुअल लेबर आवर्स. ठीक है. ओके, सो ये हो गया आपका डायरेक्ट लेबर रेट वेरिएंस. नाउ इसके ऊपर भी थ्योरी आती है. ओके, कॉजेज ऑफ डायरेक्ट लेबर रेट वेरिएंस. ठीक है. तो इसके आप यहीं के यहीं एक चार पांच पॉइंट माइंड में रख लेंगे ना, तो अगर ये आ गया तो समझ लीजिए आपका लॉटरी लग जाएगा. ओके, एग्जाम. समथिंग विच यू कैन रिमेंबर देन एंड देयर. हियर ओनली डायरेक्टली यू कैन रिमेंबर इट. ओके, 4-5 पॉइंट्स इसमें से यहीं के आप लोग याद रख लेंगे. बहुत ही सिंपल है, बिकॉज इन द एंड यू विल नॉट गेट टाइम फॉर दी स्मॉलर थिंग्स. ठीक है. सो कॉजेस क्या है लेबर रेट वेरिएंस के, क्यों होते हैं? ओके, चेंज इन बेसिक वेज स्ट्रक्चर और चेंज इन पीस वर्क रेट. और कई वर्कर्स लोग वर्क इन पीस वर्क, राइट. तो उसका रेट चेंज हो जाता है. रेट चेंजेस, आपका स्टैंडर्ड उसके साथ ही चेंज हुआ होगा जरूरी नहीं है, राइट. स्टैंडर्ड विल बी चेंज मे बी सम अदर टाइम. ओके, तो एक्चुअल चेंज दिस विल बी बेस्ड ऑन एक्चुअल कंडीशंस. आपको तब के तब डिसीजन लेना पड़ेगा, राइट. बट चेंज ऑफ स्टैंडर्ड विल बी अ मोर इन्फॉर्म्ड डिसीजन. ठीक है. So till the standard is changed, it will give a variance, correct? The change in basic wage structure or change in piece work rate. Okay, this is one. ये और दूसरा, this is regarding the mix of labors. ठीक है. Next point में we will talk about that. So here employment of workers of grades and rates of pay different from those specified. ठीक है. So मान लीजिए इसमें मान लीजिए आपके पास you have some construction work. Okay, you've got 6 laborers. ठीक है, 6 laborers and 2, what do you call them? Remembering it, Hindi we call it mistri. Okay, the person who puts the cement and all that, no? It's called mistri in Hindi. English I'm not remembering what it is called. Okay, suppose ये दोनों है, so definitely this the mistri is higher paid. Okay, and laborers are lesser paid. Say you have that day you have some work where you need 8 people. Okay, for a laboring work. You need 8 people. It's very urgent. Okay. So you have no choice but to take these two also. So actually you will be doing work of 8 laborers, but you will be using 2 mistris. So your mix has changed here. Okay, you have used higher rated workers for lower work. Okay. This is one of the reasons of rate variance. Okay. So another thing is there is some payment of guaranteed wages. So wherever for the safety of the employees of the or the workers, you just give them some guaranteed minimum wages. Like if you fall below this, we will still give you this much. Okay. But if you do better, you can take better salary. Okay. So here in this case, if the worker's efficiency is low, okay, it is lower than a certain point, but you are paying him at a higher point so that you can pay him guaranteed wages. So that will lead to variance. Okay, this is one thing. And use of a different method of payment. Sometimes, there are rates, different rates set. Okay, standards are say set on piecework. Okay, but you are paying them at on time based. Okay, not on piece. So in that case, there can be a difference between the two. Okay, and higher or lower rates paid to casual or temporary workers. Okay, again in this case, say I've got 10, I need 10 workers in a gang, 10 workers. Okay, out of which now let us say 4 people have resigned for some reason. 4 workers are not with me. Okay, so now, so these workers I'm paying them at the rate of let me say 400 per day. Okay, so now I need a replacement so that work is not stopped. So I've taken some temporary workers, okay, to whom I have to pay 250 per day. Okay, so now this can cause a change in my labor rate variance. Okay, okay. And then, and this another point is like if you are being a good employer and for new workers also you are paying normal wage rates. Okay, so in that case their productivity will not be up to the mark, right? But you are paying them normal wages. So that can also give you a variance, rate variance. Okay. Next is composition of gang being different from standard. Okay. So you also have, we'll discuss about efficiency variance, and so efficiency variance is very much equal to usage variance, what we call them. Okay, like in usage variance you have mixed variance, here also in efficiency variance you have got mixed variance. Okay, so here thing is like in labor variance, if your composition of a gang is different, that was also called rate variance. It's that example of which I had to create when I'm using 2 mistris for labor work. So that will cause rate variance. Okay, so that is labor rate variance. So what we saw is till now material cost variance. Okay, it's divided into material price variance and material usage variance. Okay, so similarly you have labor cost variance. Okay, this becomes labor rate variance. Okay, and usage variance is called as efficiency variance. Okay, labor efficiency variance. Okay, so usage is like when you are not using any material efficiently, correct? So that's called usage. So here it is called as efficiency. For workers and all, the term which is used is efficiency, right? Which is why you call it efficiency. Okay, And then here in usage variance, you also have, okay, mix variance and yield variance. Okay, so in usage variance, you have mix variance and yield variance. Okay, in efficiency variance also, you have got mix variance, you have got yield variance. Okay, and there's another variance which is peculiar to labor, which is called idle time variance. So this why this is a part of actually your yield variance. So normally, I mean, these two can be clubbed together as yield variance, but why this is separated out is because they want to know the time, separately they want to know for management purposes, the time for which they have been paid, but they did not work because of some issue. Okay, you're paying them, but you have not been able to take the use of it. Okay, so which is why idle time variance is reported separately. That's all. So it's peculiar to labor, idle time variance. Okay, for management reporting purpose, you just separate it out. Otherwise, if you see this two table, okay, if I want to write it, labor cost variance. So labor, I won't write labor. Okay, labor rate variance. Okay, labor efficiency variance. Labor is there for everything. Okay, so rate variance here is what? Here it is price variance. Same thing, okay, different terminologies. Okay. And this price variance, and here your efficiency variance, what is it called here? Material usage variance, correct? And here it is what? Material cost variance. Okay, okay. Just here study this in comparison. For everyone who only has who is giving only group 1, okay, for those people, you only have material and labor variances, okay, in standard costing. So if you do this well, okay, you can score full marks in standard costing. Whatever you get, it you won't get for too many marks, but whatever it is worth, 8 or 10 marks, whatever, you'll get it full. And in the final tally, you know, it will be very beneficial to you. As we have seen that material and labor variances are very, very similar, and you have only these two. Okay. So, and then your usage variance, this is, okay, your usage variance is divided into mix and yield variance, correct? Mix and yield. This is anywhere written for you. Here it is efficiency variances, mix, yield, okay. And here there are some terminology, as I said, in labor, there are some words which are being used from a long time. Okay, right? So those terminologies are used in labor. Okay, as I said, price, you talk about price for a commodity. Okay, not for a person. Right? It will be rate. You always say what rate you will charge, what price we won't say. Okay. So the terminology used itself is rate. Similarly, in your mix variance, mix is what? Two different types of materials are mixed, two or more. Okay. So here, a group of labor, I don't know how many of you know, but a group of labor is laborers is called a gang of labor. Okay. Okay. So one group of labor is called a gang of labor. My dad was in railways, so that's why I know when they had the line repairing work and all that, like, used to happen. They used to talk about like gang of this gang was doing this job and all that. So they refer to a group of workers as gang. Okay, so labor mix variance is also called as labor gang variance. We also call it as labor composition variance. Composition of different types of variance. All this is different names of mix variance. Okay. Okay. So this is more like it. This is basically this is how your labor cost is set up. Okay. So now we were talking about causes of no, not this one. Yeah. So we right, this is the part. Okay, the composition of a gang being different from students. So gang is basically your composition actually. Okay. So now, so second is labor efficiency variance, which we used to call as material usage variance, isn't it? Usage हम बोलते थे, ठीक है? इसको हम यहाँ पे बोलेंगे efficiency variance. So same, so in usage variance, you used to multiply by your standard rate, correct? So here also you will do the same thing. Okay. So, and this will be standard hours minus actual hours. Okay, there it was standard price minus actual price, right? Standard hours minus actual hours. So even like if you keep your material variance in front of you as your model, you can work out everything of labor variance. Okay. Once you do certain number of problems, which we will be doing all of your study material, okay, then your comfort level will be very good in this also, labor also. Okay. Problems asked are not very complex, so the chance of scoring full marks is very much there. Like if you get for 8 marks, you can get full 8 marks. Okay. So which is why also cost accounting is said to be scoring. It's because of this. You can get these full marks. Okay. Now, so we just read causes of direct labor rate variance. Okay. So I said just remember any 4 or 5 points in this. Okay. Why would what would be the causes of direct labor rate variance? ये आपको सोचना है, ठीक है? So just based on that, remember some points. Okay, this is like casual temporary workers. Okay, and new workers being given full rate. All these are small things you can easily remember. Okay, so change in basic wage structure. Okay, payment of guaranteed wages. So in labor chapter we'll talk about various ways of giving performance bonus and all to employees. Okay? There we'll also talk about guaranteed wages, fixation of guaranteed wages and all that. ठीक है, so इसमें से आप मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि आराम से 4 to 5 points आप याद रख सकते हैं. You can easily remember 4 to 5 points. Either do it now itself or even once this chapter is over, when you revise it, just finish it off. If this question comes any day, you should be able to answer 4 or 5 points. That is labor rate variance. So efficiency variance, what will be the reason for change in your efficiency variance? Okay, one is poor working conditions. Working conditions is not good, so efficiency will not be good. Okay, and some supervision is very important. The supervisor is very good, then your efficiency will be good. Okay, and if it's not that good, that it won't be good. Okay, then delays for waiting materials, tools, instructions. As I said, this wait time is normally treated separately. It is separated out as idle time. Okay, but for smaller things, every small things you cannot separate out, right? Idle time, we'll call it as idle time when you can at least measure some at least 15 minutes of wait, correct? So everywhere here and there will be 4 or 5 minutes of wait and all that will be there normally, right? Which cannot be measured. Okay, so that will cause your efficiency variance. Okay, although idle time is itself a part of efficiency variance only. That way, okay. Even if it is treated as idle time, it will still be a part of your efficiency variance. Anyways, okay. Okay. So defective machines. So the machines are defective, then you will need more time to handle it. Okay. This is one this thing. Okay, machine breakdown, work on new machines requiring less time. Okay, with this you can give 2 points here itself. New machines requiring less time. Second will be new machine has come, the workers will need training. Till they are fully trained, they will be less efficient. Okay, these points all you can write. Okay, sometimes you use non-standard material. Okay, and that non-standard material will need more time. The best example I'll tell you all. I don't know how many of you are used to cut your fruits and all at home. Okay, if you do cut fruits and all, okay, you might have be having different knives at your home, है ना? अलग-अलग चाकू होता है. कुछ जो होता है हमारा फेवरेट होता है चाकू, उससे हम जल्दी जल्दी काट देते हैं. वो नहीं रहता, कभी दूसरा कोई हमको लेना पड़ता है. We cannot cut it that well, right? So that's a ready-made example of efficiency variance. ठीक है, so यही है आपका. Okay, this is next is wrong selection of workers. इससे भी you will get efficiency variance. ठीक है, इतने सारे पॉइंट्स मैं बोल रहा हूँ आपको कि एक 5-6 पॉइंट्स इजीली यू कैन मेक. ठीक है, ये हो गया, ये दो चीज हो गया. नेक्स्ट हम बोल रहे हैं मिक्स वेरिएंस. मिक्स वेरिएंस विल बी अ पार्ट ऑफ योर एफिशिएंसी वेरिएंस. ठीक है, एफिशिएंसी क्या है? आपका यूसेज वेरिएंस है. व्हाट इज दिस? इज योर यूसेज वेरिएंस, मटेरियल यूसेज वेरिएंस जो है ना, उसका पार्टनर है. ओके, एफिशिएंसी वेरिएंस. Now usage variance is split into mix and yield. Correct, यहाँ भी वही होगा. Plus you will have an ideal time variance. ठीक है, which is nothing but actually your ideal time variance will be a part of your yield variance actually speaking. Okay, अगर उसको separate out नहीं करते तो वो yield variance के अंदर चले जाते. Okay, it would have gone into yield variance if not separated out. So now composition mix or gang variance. ठीक है, this is your labor mix variance. ठीक है, why it happens? Because difference of composition of us between a standard gang and an actual gang. ठीक है, standard gang you have different categories of workers, right? For one activity you think you have yeah, mistri, which I was saying, no, I just remember it's called mason actually. Mason बोलते हैं. Okay, so mason is a person who puts cement and all, no? He builds walls. Okay, in Hindi we call it mistri. Okay, and it's called mason in English. Okay, ये mason हो गया. You need some masons, some laborers. Take in short, you call them labor many times, right? So yes, there are different types. Even laborers are of different grades. You know, there are one who do very basic work. They'll just what you tell them, he'll pick that thing, he'll go and deliver it. That's all. But then there are some other laborers who are more skilled. Okay, so they do work such as, you know, they tie machans and all for construction jobs. So you have to tie it accurately. Otherwise, if someone falls from there, then you know anything can happen. So they are skilled laborers. There are different grades of laborers. So in one gang, you can have, let us say, 5 different grades of people. Then men and women, you all would be knowing, right? Whenever we have घर में कुछ काम होता है तो पूछते कितने कौन कौन आएगा कि मैं 2 भाई और एक आदमी आएगा, right? So something like that this is for smaller works. If you call people, and how many people will come, they'll say two female workers, 1 male worker. So specifying female workers is because they're paid less. Okay, so that is nothing but specifying the gang required. ठीक है, so ये अलग अलग है. आपने अगर these are 5 grades. Okay, so normally if you need 5 from all of them, right? So but you did not get this grade 4 people at all. So now we are using grade 3 people here also. Okay, that will cause a gang variance. ठीक है, so how do we compute gang variance? Very much like your mix variance, ठीक है? So mix variance आपको याद है, correct? So actual hours at standard rate of standard gang, ठीक है? So you just take actual hours of at standard rate of standard gang and actual hours as at standard rate of actual gang. The third table, our third table है ये, ठीक है? ये अपना third table है, okay? And this is nothing but our revised standard quantity. Okay, so revised standard quantity का जो price है, value है, that it is. Okay, and last is labor yield variance is like almost very similar to your material yield variance, ठीक है? So इसमें you just use one phrase normally as yield variance ही बोलते हैं. तो वहाँ हम लोग we are also used to call it sub usage variance, isn't it? यहाँ आप सिर्फ yield variance बोलते हैं, okay, in labor, that's the thing. So इसमें भी like you have to formalize this. This also we can, will calculate the same way of our tables like we used to do for material. Same thing we are going to do, so will not have any problem. Okay. So always remember mix and yield. If anytime you want to use formula या कुछ, कोई भी याद रखना, mix or yield variance is a subpart of your efficiency variance, means usage variance जो है, ठीक है? और usage variance में price नहीं होता, okay? There is no price difference in usage variance or rate difference, correct? So which is why you will always multiply by standard cost, because there will be no price variance. Just for remembering, I am telling you, okay? And this is standard output for actual mix. Standard output for actual mix minus actual output. Okay? This is basically standard output for actual mix. This is your revised standard quantity. Okay? Or okay, this is your this is your actual output. ठीक है? हम जो calculate करेंगे labor yield variance, will be using the same things which we were using earlier. ठीक है? आप लोग देखोगे that it will all be the same. एक बहुत ही छोटा सा difference है that I will tell you when we go to the problems. There's one small difference. Otherwise, like today's target is to finish 2 problems of your labor rate variance. So you can just go home and take a look, okay? And then we can continue with some more problems tomorrow. Okay? So आप देखना. So you will once you go home, see these 2 problems, then you will be in the right frame of mind. Then you will understand like what we're going to do. And tomorrow easily we can go ahead quickly. We can do about at least 6 to 8 problems. We'll finish off. Okay? Or as much as possible. We don't see with your cost accounting, at least I mean with your labor, we don't need to hurry up a lot. Okay? क्या कर सकते हैं? What we can do is tomorrow we'll finish as many problems as possible. We'll finish. I hope that we will be able to complete it. But if not, so some problems will keep pending. We'll just mark it, और हम आगे चले जाएंगे. We'll just start with some other chapter. Okay, and then we can come back and do this. ये कर सकते हैं. Okay. So by tomorrow we would have done many problems. You would know how this chapter is functioning. Okay. Anyways, whatever questions I'll be leaving, I'll make sure that we will come back and do it. Okay. We will write it either on the notes or in your study material itself. I'll just write so that I'll remember those problems we are doing from there, right? So I'll write it there itself so we'll know. Okay. So tomorrow we will kind of close this. Okay, your labor variances will be complete. Even if some problems are remaining, we'll just close it so that next time we can start with a new chapter. We've already started with chapter 1, but after chapter 1 we'll be doing material variance, okay, which is a little bigger chapter. So okay, इस तरह से हम करेंगे. Now, so this is your yield variance हो गया. Idle time variance कुछ भी नहीं, जैसे मैंने बोला ना, if you have in yield variance, you know of some specific idle time. ठीक है. So अगर suppose yield variance में your actual hours is 120. ठीक है. And your standard hours should have been 80. ठीक है. So this 80 minus 120, which is 40 hours efficiency is less, correct? So now this 40 hours, if you just further try to analyze how much hours they were idle because there was no equipment or things like that, where we paid them but we couldn't extract work. Say that idle time hours or idle time is 25 hours. Okay. So earlier what we would have done, had this idle time not been defined, ये नहीं होता तो क्या करते, ये पूरा जो 40 hours है, this would have gone to yield variance, correct? So now what will happen, idle time is defined as 15, so only 15 will go for yield variance. Okay. So idle time is also causing your yield to reduce. ठीक है. So इसको separately identify इसीलिए करते हैं because it is considered as controllable and that it should be as low as possible. Okay. इसका formula भी बहुत simple है. Okay. Idle time variance is standard rate into actual hours paid for. ठीक है. So कितने घंटे का हमने पैसे दिए हैं उनको actually, right? It is nothing but your normal actual hours. Okay. Minus standard rate into actual hours worked. तो यहाँ पे आप देखोगे, you can, if you ये standard rate और standard rate को if you take out common, ठीक है, this standard rate and this standard rate, so common ले लेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा, standard rate into bracket actual hours paid for minus actual hours worked. ठीक है. So actual hours paid for minus actual hours worked is nothing but idle hours. इसी को बोलते हैं idle hours. So मैंने 120 घंटे के पैसे दिया, ओके, और आपने काम किए मान लीजिए 95 hours. ठीक है. अदर 15 hours was usage variance. ठीक है. तो जितना मैंने पैसे दिया आपको काम करने के लिए, वो सारे पैसों के काम नहीं हुए. Whatever money I have given you for work, you haven't worked for the entire money. So hours paid for minus hours worked. Okay. So this is nothing but idle hours. So this becomes standard rate into idle hours. ठीक है. और it is always adverse. ठीक है. ये क्वेश्चन आ जाता है कभी-कभी, मतलब if there are people like many people who leave some chapters and go, right? So that's a common thing. So people who would have left this chapter, they cannot answer it. Otherwise, anyone who has done it even little bit, they would know. They can easily answer. ठीक है. वो आता है कि which variance is always adverse. Idle time variance है जो कभी positive हो ही नहीं सकता. Okay. नाम ही idle time है. अगर idle time है आपका, so it will be adverse. Okay, will always be adverse. The following information and calculate each of the three variances. यानी labor cost variance, labor rate variance, and labor efficiency variance. Okay, it's talking about those three. They have given two departments. Okay, for both departments will have to calculate differently. Okay, separately we'll have to calculate. So this is direct wages gross. Okay, so total wages basically. Okay. Then this is standard hours produced. The standard hours. Okay. And the next one is standard rate per hour. Okay. And this is actual hours worked. Okay. So basically, if you divide this by this, you will get actual rate. Okay. The standard rate has been given. No, here 3. So opposite of this, the actual rate. Okay, that you can get by dividing wages by actual hours worked. Okay, same thing. However, these two are different departments. Okay, there's no relation here. Both variances will be calculated separately. ठीक है, सब यही प्रॉब्लम है. वापस we'll go back to the notes. Okay, same thing. So first is, let us form our tables. Just think as if it is a material problem. Okay, so this is your standard for X and this is for Y. So both we can do simultaneously. Okay, first thing, this is standard for X. How did I get it? These are hours. Okay, standard hours are given here, right? So here 8640 here and this 6015 here. Okay, standard hours. Rate is given here 3 and 3.4. ठीक है, यहाँ पे डाल दिया इसको 3 and 3.4. Okay, just multiply these two, you will get the amount. This is the amount. Multiply these two, you will get this amount. Okay, so now what we have formed here, we've got standard for X and Y. Okay, now we'll put the actuals. Okay, actuals table. This is your actuals table. Okay, so actual hours worked is how much? 8200 and 6395. So 8200 here and 6395 for Y. Okay, and so an actual amount is there, so you will put these amounts here directly. Okay, put these amounts here, this and this. Okay, and then you can divide this by this. Okay, 28080 by 8200, you will get the rate. Okay, okay. So okay, now we've got standard, so we've got actual. Okay, what is the third table? Standard cost of actual, right? So standard cost of actual labor, we'll call it labor here. Okay, ठीक है. तो हम क्या करेंगे, यही टेबल जो है इसको ऐसे कैसे लेना है आपको, सेम क्या करते हैं और इसको पेस्ट कर देना है यहाँ पे. Okay, just change one thing, that is the rate. The actual rate is there here, just change it with standard rate. That's all. Okay, and then just do hours into rate, you'll get this. ठीक है, this we all know, जैसे हम मटेरियल में करते हैं सेम, nothing, no change till here. ठीक है, right? So this is how you've got this. अच्छा, one thing, once we form the table, you know, right, how we calculate one table minus second table. Okay, that's what we do. Okay, so yeah, here what one more thing you can remember is, okay, so this is your standard table always, not just for labor, for everything. If you want to just give a code, this will be 1. Okay, okay, this is called as 1. Whenever you can see in the study material where they give answers, no, this is 1. Okay, this is your standard cost of actual, this is 2. Okay, just remember that way, in the order of standards you have to go. Okay, first is original standard is 1, then second standard is 2. Okay, then actual is 3. Okay, remember this. वैसे चलता है, आप इसको 1 बोल दो, इसको 2 बोल दो, इसको 3 बोल दो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, so there is no problem. Okay, but just to be consistent with what they are using, I'm telling you this. ठीक है, so standard को 1 मान लेना, this will be 1, this will be 2, actual will be 3. Okay, इस तरह से वो the progression will happen. Okay, but always remember standard is 1 and your this one standard cost of actual output will be 2. Okay, जबकि हम क्योंकि हम थर्ड नंबर में से कैलकुलेट करते हैं ना, so I'm just telling you that. As such, it doesn't make any difference because this is just, you know, like you name equations, right? We name equations as equation 1, 2. It doesn't matter that someone has called an equation 2, you are calling it 4. It doesn't matter that way. ठीक है, लेकिन जैसे उनके पास में जो आंसर आएगा, if it is written 2 minus 3 there and yours is written 2 minus 4, then correct, why to attract that much scrutiny, इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ. Okay, understood? So chalo, so now let's find, they want us to find out 3 variances. Okay, so material cost variance, or here it will be labor cost variance. So can anyone tell me how much it will be? तीनों वेरिएंस कोई बता सकता है? You have to tell me labor cost variance, labor rate variance, labor efficiency variance. Himanshu?
Yes, sir. Cost variance is sorry. 2160 adverse for X.
Okay.
One 1081 favorable for Y.
Okay, good. Rate variance?
One 1320 favorable.
What is your labor rate variance?
So I think I was wrong.
Okay. So for labor rate variance, see, for rate variance, what you should see always is, see these two tables, okay, second and third always. Here there is no mix, so it is not prominent, but these two tables, if you see, there is no difference at all, okay. This is same, okay. Only difference is the rate. That's why difference in these two will give you rate variance. Okay, always the second and third tables for rate. So what is it for this one? Why?
Sir, for rate variance, आपने 24600 में से 28080 को लेस किया था, स्टैंडर्ड माइनस एक्चुअल. अभी एक्स के निकालने के लिए
ये जो है, ये स्टैंडर्ड है आपका.
सर आपने स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्ट ऑफ एक्चुअल लेबर में से एक्चुअल जो 28,080 है उसको लेस किया था, इसलिए आपका एडवर्स है ना 3480 जो आपने निकाला है.
हाँ,
स्टैंडर्ड माइनस एक्चुअल. अभी सर वाई के लिए आ रहा है 2373 फेवरेबल.
वाई के लिए आ रहा है ठीक. और एफिशिएंसी बस इतना ही, जैसे टेबल अपना सेम रहेगा, आपको बस ये याद रखना है किसमें से क्या माइनस करना है बस. और उसमें से भी आप अगर दो याद रख लेंगे तो बाकी तो ऑटोमेटिकली याद रहेंगे. जस्ट रिमेंबर एनी टू. कॉस्ट वेरिएंस तो एज इट इज हमको मालूम ही रहता है. We always know the cost variance. देखिए एफिशिएंसी वेरिएंस में भी देखिए प्राइस का कोई लेना देना नहीं है. ठीक है, एक्चुअल प्राइस से लेना देना नहीं. So that means ये टेबल is out of the question. Okay, because in efficiency variance we're not talking about rate. Naturally it will be difference between first and third. और हमको मालूम है कि जो प्योर स्टैंडर्ड है
1320 फेवरेबल.
वन थ्री टू जीरो एंड
1292 adverse.
okay fine. अच्छा, anyone has any problem in this? कि ये तीनों कैसे निकला, किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम है in any of the tables or anything? ठीक है, we'll do one more problem. It will have your mix yield and all that. It will have. Okay, so वो एक प्रॉब्लम करेंगे, so that it will just have you up and running with your labor variances. So एक बार आप ये वीडियोस देख लेना एक दो बार घर में. Okay, so tomorrow you will be in a very good position to do lots of problems. Okay, so anyone has any problem you can ask me. ठीक है, दिस इज एक्चुअली जैसे आपने देखा होगा यहाँ पे, दिस इज वेरी वेरी सिमिलर एज योर मटेरियल वेरिएंस. करेक्ट. सो आप लोग को जल्दी समझेगा. ओके, सी हियर मैं बोल रहा था जो आपको, सी एफिशिएंसी वेरिएंस they have written as this is answer from your study material. Okay, see here what I wanted to tell you is, say rate variance they are saying 2 minus 3. Okay, so 2 is basically your third table and 3 is your actual table. So they are proceeding in the progression is basically from standard to actual. First take the first standard, then take the second standard that we have computed. Okay, standard cost of actual input, that one. Okay, first standard, then second standard. Okay, and then the actuals. Okay, if you want, you can also prepare the table like that. आपको माने if you are comfortable that way. ठीक है. So only thing what I'm trying to tell you is ये जो number जो है ना, उसमें बस आप इतना ध्यान में रखना. Okay, 1 will be your pure standard. Okay, always wherever there is 1 will be your pure standard. Okay, 2 will be your second standard. ठीक है. So in the order of standard रहेगा कभी भी. तो आपको सेकंड स्टैंडर्ड है ना, वो टेबल भले ही आप तीसरे नंबर पे बनाइए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, उसको नंबर 2 दीजिए. ओके, जस्ट नंबर इट एज 2. ठीक है, 3 विल बी एक्चुअल्स. ओके, चलिए. ओके फाइन, सो विल डू अनदर प्रॉब्लम. या ठीक है, 11th प्रॉब्लम. नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम दैट इज कैलकुलेट वेरिएंसेस. ठीक है, ना इस प्रॉब्लम में क्या दिया है, दे हैव गिवन यू मटेरियल आल्सो एंड दे हैव गिवन यू लेबर आल्सो. ठीक है, so basically the labor is working on the material only, right? So एक ही टेबल में they have given both of it. ठीक है, तो इसमें देखना है कि क्या दिया है. Let us see what they have given. So this part is material variance. Okay, this is material only. So they have given this is the standard part is this. Okay, there are 3 materials they are putting A, B, C. Okay, 400, 200 and 100. That is total of 700. Okay, and these are the rates and this is the amount. ठीक है, this is the total amount here. Okay, ये हो गया आपका पहला टेबल. Same thing is actual forming the second table. Okay, so actual one, this forms the second table. Okay, so here you can see total you have put is 700 and 750. They have just told us calculate variances from the following, and they have directly given you the table. Okay, so 700 and 750 you have put material, and then on this material some labor have worked on. ठीक है? So earlier हम क्या करते थे? First for material variances we used to get this table, correct? हमको एक table मिल जाता था. We used to get this table. Based on this table, what we used to do, we used to prepare our 3 tables and we used to get the variance, correct? Material के लिए. So now in addition to this, we are getting some labor data. ठीक है, ये हमारा labor data है. Okay, देखते हैं क्या दिया है. Let us see. So here 100 at the rate of 2 per hour. Yes. इतना. ठीक है, so it's basically 100 men है at 2 per hour and 200 women at 150. Okay. यहाँ पे हो गया आपका, ये मिक्स हो गया, राइट? दिस इज योर मिक्स. सिमिलरली एक्चुअल में ये है आपका 240 वुमेन लग गया आपको at 160. Okay, actually you needed 240 women and this is your standard. यहाँ पे 100 men were needed, you used 120 men and at a different price as well. ठीक है? Okay, and this is your this. चलो ठीक है, if you add 200 and 300 here, you will get this 500. ठीक है, you will get this 500. Here you add these two, you will get this. This is your actual. अब ये आखिरी में जो है देखने की बात ये है, so यहाँ they have given after this. Okay. Now last thing here is normal loss was 25. ठीक है, 25 was normal loss. So out of 700 which you had put in material, normal loss will always affect material, right? Correct. Normal loss will not affect labor, right? है कि नहीं? Normal loss क्या करेगा? Labor को थोड़ी उड़ाएगा, right? Material ही उड़ेगा ना. So normal loss will always affect material. ठीक है? Okay. Remember this. Normal loss will affect the material always. 25 is normal loss, and what you are getting finally is 675. ठीक है? And here in this case, your input was 750. Your actual normal loss, your actual loss that is, okay, was 75. And you got 675. So in the end, you are getting the same material. ठीक है? Sorry, you are getting the same output. Okay. यहाँ पे you are getting 675. यहाँ पे you are getting 675. What we do always in standard costing, we first match the output, right? So your output stands matched here. ठीक है? So आप सीधा directly you can do variances. In the earlier problems of materials, we had seen that ये actual loss जो normal loss वगैरह का कोई it doesn't impact in any way, right? क्योंकि हम लोग ये आपका your output is matched here, so now all wastage and all will calculate at this level. ठीक है, ऊपर के level में. So automatically our yield variance will come, our other variance will come. ठीक है? फिर नीचे का this normal loss data we will not use. Okay. So ये हो गया, and here you can see this three total to 25,500. Okay, and just add this 500 and you got a total amount of 2,600. ठीक है, जबकि we won't use this, हम तो will find separate variances for labor and material. यहाँ पे इसमें ये ऐड कीजिए. Okay, you will get this. ठीक है, so this is the problem. This is your problem. समझ गए? So अभी हम क्या करेंगे? सबसे पहले मटेरियल वेरिएंस निकालेंगे. ओके, चलेंगे नेट मटेरियल वेरिएंस से स्टार्ट करते हैं, फिर बाद में देखेंगे लेबर का क्या करना है. ओके, we'll see labor later on. So material variance, just go here. What I have done, ठीक है, जस्ट टेक योर स्टैंडर्ड टेबल एज इट इज, ओके, एंड योर एक्चुअल टेबल एज इट इज एंड पुट हियर। ठीक है, यहाँ पे मैंने स्टैंडर्ड टेबल डाल दिया, ओके, और यहाँ पे मैंने एक्चुअल टेबल डाल दिया, ओके। सो दिस इज 25,500 और दिस इज 26,250। ठीक है, यहाँ देख लो, 25,500, 26,250, ओके। जस्ट ऐसे का वैसे ही मैंने डाल दिया कॉपी करके, जस्ट कॉपीड एंड पेस्टेड फ्रॉम द प्रॉब्लम। So these two is hand picked from the problem. ठीक है, these two have done nothing, just picked from the problem and pasted here. Okay, so पहले आगे जाने से पहले one thing I am saying which you can see directly here, you have used 700 material here, okay, and here you have used 750 more and we have got the same output. So directly you can see that there is a yield variance which is adverse, है ना, उतना तुमको देखने से दिख रहा है, there is a yield variance which is adverse। ठीक है, तो चलो क्या करेंगे ना, जस्ट इसका ये थर्ड टेबल बना लेते हैं, जस्ट कॉपी दिस, पेस्ट इट हियर, ओके, एंड जो आपका वट एवर इज योर रेट ना, ये रेट हटा के जस्ट पुट दिस रेट, ओके, दिस रेट यू विल पुट, अदर थिंग्स विल बी सेम। ठीक है, राइट, सो योर इनपुट मिक्स विल बी सेम एज सेम इन बोथ। ठीक है, ओनली रेट्स विल बी चेंज्ड। तो हमारा थर्ड टेबल आ जाएगा विच विल बी कॉल्ड एज व्हाट, स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्ट ऑफ एक्चुअल क्वांटिटी। जब आप लेबर का बनाते हो ना, तो जिससे स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्ट ऑफ एक्चुअल लेबर डाल देना बस, wherever you are seeing quantity just put it as labor, that's it, okay। so chalo, this table I have made now, third one, okay, and I have got this much। so any doubt anyone, how I have formed these three tables, then you can ask, not a problem, okay। not everybody was there from the beginning, so which is why I'm giving you a chance to ask if you want। these two are right from the problem, I've not changed anything in these two। and the green table, third one, okay, how I formed this is I've taken the second table, okay, it is I've taken this table, and I have put it here, okay। only thing what I've changed is everything is same here, okay, only thing is I've just changed this rate, I've just changed this rate, this is actual rate. In this place what I have put is, I'm showing it in pink, this is the standard rate, okay। so I've just put this standard rate here in this table, ठीक है, clear। so ये बन गया। अभी चलो, अभी कौन बताएगा मुझे, लास्ट टाइम हिमांशु टोल्ड मी, दिस टाइम नीरज, आप बता सकते हैं?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is material cost variance?
Cost variance. एडवर्स में होगा सर
750 एडवर्स।
ओके, और प्राइस वेरिएंस?
एंड प्राइस वेरिएंस सर 80 अस्टॉल डाल कीजिए सर प्लीज।
टेबल चाहिए आपको? टेबल देख लीजिए।
ये भी सर एडवांस होगा।
हाँ,
एडवर्स में होगा 26
फेवरेबल 900।
फेवरेबल होगा, एडवर्स होगा। फेवरेबल कितना रोहित?
फेवरेबल 900।
फेवरेबल
900।
ओके, अच्छा, फिर फेवरेबल इसीलिए है क्योंकि ये देखिए ये दोनों टेबल को हम कंपेयर करेंगे, ठीक है। जब प्राइस वेरिएंस हम करते हैं तो यू लीव द स्टैंडर्ड टेबल, ठीक है, दूसरा और तीसरे को हम कंपेयर करेंगे ना। कभी भी आपको स्टैंडर्ड को आगे रखना है, ठीक है। अब ये दोनों टेबल में स्टैंडर्ड किस में है, प्योर स्टैंडर्ड या सेकंड स्टैंडर्ड, जो भी हो, ये है आपका सेकंड स्टैंडर्ड, करेक्ट। सो इसको आप पहले रखेंगे, तो जस्ट डू दिस माइनस दिस। अब क्योंकि ये बड़ा है तो नेचुरली इट विल कम पॉजिटिव एंड इट्स गोइंग टू बी फेवरेबल, ठीक है। तो चलिए फिर इसके बाद यूसेज वेरिएंस, रोहित आप बताइए। यूसेज वेरिएंस टेबल चाहिए तो मैं यहाँ डाल स्टैंडर्ड आपका। what is usage variance?
सर मैं
कितना है?
1650 एडवर्स।
1650, वेरी गुड, ओके। अब हम चलेंगे, ठीक है, 1650। अच्छा, कोई डाउट, एनीवन हैज एनी डाउट कि कैसे कैलकुलेट हुआ यूसेज वेरिएंस? एनी डाउट? तो बेसिकली क्या किया हमने यूसेज वेरिएंस में, कुछ भी नहीं, आपको दोनों स्टैंडर्ड को कंपेयर करना है यूसेज वेरिएंस, ओके। तो आपको जो है दिस माइनस दिस, ओके, दैट्स योर यूसेज वेरिएंस। अब चलिए हम मिक्स और यील्ड की बात करते हैं। तो मिक्स और यील्ड के लिए वी नीड रिवाइज स्टैंडर्ड क्वांटिटी, ठीक है। रिवाइज स्टैंडर्ड क्वांटिटी में क्या करना है, यहाँ पे 700 है, यहाँ पे 750 है, ओके। सो ये 750 का आपको यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट अ स्टैंडर्ड। दिस 750 नाउ इज योर रिवाइज स्टैंडर्ड क्वांटिटी, ये आपका RSQ है, ओके। तो ये 750 का कैसे निकालेंगे, बेसिकली यू जस्ट टेक दिस 2500, यू विल डू इनटू 750 अपॉन 700, ठीक है। तो एक्चुअली व्हाट यू विल डू, इसको ऐसा डायरेक्ट नहीं करना है, इस तीनों मटेरियल का निकाल के टोटल बताना है, ओके। सो एक्चुअली आपको कैसे बताना है, यू डू 400 इंटू 750 अपॉन 700, 200 इंटू 750 अपॉन 700, तीनों का निकालना है, ओके। एंड टोटल विल मैच विद दिस, ये जो मैंने यहाँ बनाया है, ओके। दिस इज 750 इंटू 2500 अपॉन 700, इन अदर वर्ड्स इट इज 2500 इंटू 750 अपॉन 700, यानी 75 अपॉन 70, ओके। सो अगर ये चीज मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ आप लोगों को कि क्या करना है हमको रियल में इन एग्जाम, डोंट शो दिस डायरेक्टली, ओके, डिटेलिंग दिखा देना है बस, टू शो द सेम थिंग बट शो इसके हिसाब से ये करेंगे, इज इक्वल्स टू दिस, ठीक है, इंटू 750 अपॉन 700, ठीक है, ये आ जाता है। ये सेकंड वाला विल बी 200 इंटू 750 अपॉन 700, ठीक है। तीसरा आता है 100 इंटू, ठीक है, 750 अपॉन 700, ओके। इस तरह से ये तीन आ जाएंगे। अब ये वाला जो दिस यू विल गेट एज ये रेट इंटू दिस अमाउंट ऑफ मल्टीप्लाई, ठीक है, तीनों मल्टीप्लाई अगर करता हूं, ओके, दिस वन 23721 विच सेम एज दिस, करेक्ट है ना। तो ये बोल रहा हूं मैं आपको ये टेबल दिखाना है, डोंट शो दिस डायरेक्टली। ये मैं आपको इसलिए बता रहा हूँ कि इट इज इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड द फ्लो, करके मैं डायरेक्ट ये बताता हूँ आपको। यहाँ पे आपको कर क्या रहे हैं हम, 750 के ऊपर कितना है हम निकाल रहे हैं ये इसको, ठीक है। So for each material also you can calculate like this, ये हर material के लिए. Okay. So ये इस हिसाब से आपको करना है. ठीक है. वैल्यू विल बी द सेम, बट इसमें बस तीनों मटेरियल का यू विल गेट द वेरिएंस, तो ऐड करके टोटल वेरिएंस यू हैव टू शो. ठीक है. यहाँ पे क्या होगा ना, ये आपका रिवाइज स्टैंडर्ड क्वांटिटी बन गया. तो 700 से 750 जो ज्यादा मटेरियल लगा है, दैट इज नथिंग बट योर वेस्टेज. करेक्ट. दैट इज योर यील्ड वेरिएंस. ठीक है. सो 25,500 माइनस दिस विल बी योर यील्ड वेरिएंस या सब यूसेज वेरिएंस. ठीक है. समझ गया ना. और देन जैसे मैंने बोला था, ये RSQ दो चीजों में काम आता है, तो मिक्स एंड यील्ड. ठीक है. सो यील्ड निकल गया. नाउ मिक्स के लिए जस्ट टेक दिस फर्स्ट एंड माइनस दिस. दिस विल गिव यू मिक्स वेरिएंस. ओके. क्लियर. ये मैं पूरे डिटेल में जाके नहीं समझा रहा हूँ, बिकॉज एक्चुअली हमने मटेरियल वेरिएंस में कर चुके हैं ऑलरेडी. ओके. इफ यू रिक्वायर यू कैन आस्क, आपको जरूरत हो तो.
सर जो ऊपर आपने मटेरियल दिखाया था 428, वो कहाँ से आया था, एक बार ऊपर कीजिए सर.
ये वाला.
हाँ ये 428
ये क्या किया है ना मैंने यहाँ पे, ये देखिए यहाँ पे. अच्छा ये आपको समझ गया ना, ये RSQ जो है इट इज 750. ये स्टैंडर्ड 700 का है. अगर 750 होता तो स्टैंडर्ड कितना होता वो हमने निकाला है. ओके. तो बेसिकली क्या किए हैं, यार 25,500 इंटू 750 अपॉन 700 की. करेक्ट. तो अभी जो है ये क्या कर रहे हैं ना, तो ये तो हमने टोटल का निकाल लिया. ओके. अब सिमिलरली ये सेम जो ये है आपका RSQ जो है, यू कैन टेक इंडिविजुअली तीनों मटेरियल के लिए कितने होंगे करके रिवाइज स्टैंडर्ड क्वांटिटी. ये 750, अगर ये 700 है, ये 750 हो गया. तो ये तीनों क्या रेशियो में बढ़ते हैं वो देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे. ओनली सीइंग, ये तीनों का टोटल करोगे ना, इट विल बी 750. एड दिस थ्री, यू विल गेट 750. ओके. तो यहाँ क्या किया मैंने, कुछ नहीं किया. आपका जो मटेरियल ये 400 है, जैसे यहाँ बताता हूँ. Here I'll show you. See what I did is.
Yes sir, got
it. Okay. ये is equals to ये into 750 upon 700. So I got this. ये तीनों को, जैसे ये इसको मैंने 750 यहाँ कर दिया ना, तो इस तीनों का इंडिविजुअल ग्रोथ देख रहा हूँ इसमें. In the end, it will total to the same thing. Okay, I'm seeing how it is shaping up individually.
So this is the revised standard कि अगर हम 700 के बजाय 750 यूनिट्स बनाते तो ये 27321 कॉस्ट आनी चाहिए थी. ये एक तरीके से स्टैंडर्ड हमने रिवाइज कर दिया.
हाँ, स्टैंडर्ड को हमने रिवाइज कर दिया.
750 मटेरियल लेते तो 27321 कॉस्ट आनी चाहिए थी.
हाँ, इसलिए उसका नाम ही इसलिए रिवाइज स्टैंडर्ड क्वांटिटी. स्टैंडर्ड को बस
तो
हमने रिवाइज कर दिए ताकि हम इसको ये स्टैंडर्ड को और इसको हम कंपेयर कर सके ठीक से इन 2 स्टेजेस. ओके. तो पहले में क्या हो गया ना, ये यहाँ हमको ये पता चल रहा है कि और स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ 750, अगर स्टैंडर्ड ही 750 का रहता, योर प्योर स्टैंडर्ड अगर 750 का रहता तो इतना का रहता. ओके. नाउ दिस इज ऑल्सो स्टैंडर्ड, ये भी स्टैंडर्ड है, बट इसमें बस मिक्स डिफरेंट है. दिस इज ऑल्सो 750. इसलिए अगर इसमें और इसमें फर्क आ रहा है, दैट कैन ओनली बी बिकॉज ऑफ मिक्स. ठीक है. बिकॉज टोटल क्वांटिटी इज सेम, बोथ रेट्स आर स्टैंडर्ड रेट्स ओनली. इसका भी स्टैंडर्ड रेट है, इसका भी है. ओनली डिफरेंस इज द मिक्स. इसीलिए RSQ माइनस स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्ट ऑफ एक्चुअल क्वांटिटी, इफ वी डू वी विल गेट मिक्स वेरिएंस, मटेरियल मिक्स वेरिएंस. ठीक है. क्योंकि इसमें और इसमें फर्क सिर्फ मिक्स का ही है. डिफरेंस इज ओनली ऑफ मिक्स. जैसे ये देखिए यहाँ पे ये मिक्स है और यहाँ पे ऊपर जो हमने जो कैलकुलेट किए थे ना तीनों का इंडिविजुअली, दैट इज द मिक्स देयर। ओके, इस तरह से ये है। और जो यील्ड है, यील्ड का डिफरेंस तो यही कि सेम यही मिल जाएगा आपको स्टैंडर्ड टेबल ओनली। तो 700 instead 700 we should have put, but we have put 750. So 50 rupees 50 units जो है हमने एक्स्ट्रा डाल दी, that shows the wastage. So yield variance is here directly, this minus this. Okay.